Anyways, all right. So what do we have to do? This is the biggest thing. Start off. It'll be Friday. Okay. So basically, I will be giving you a element. Oh, I don't know. All right, I'm going to be giving you an example, oxygen. Okay. So you're going to look at the periodic table, and we're going to do these together. So you're going to, we have the periodic table here. Okay. Now, what's up here? Periodic table, and I've given you one, and you have one in your books. All right. And these are the main ones, and sort of gets cut off because of the resolution here, but it goes to 118 or roll 18. Okay. So what are you going to have to do on the test? Is basically very, very simple. We're going to the periodic table, and you're going to find oxygen. So you look, this O is over here, okay? So now, this is all the information I need to write down, all right? I need to know name, a symbol, I want to have the number of protons, hold on, number of, number of electrons, okay, number of neutrons, atomic mass. Now, hold on. I won't go over it. Hold on. How many electron levels how many valence and then finally what family is it in? Okay, so all this we can simply look at a periodic table and find the answers to all of these questions. Okay, so let's look at it. So we have O, and we see right here. Everybody see the square? It is right here. So first off, what is the symbol for oxygen? So it is O. Okay. Now, number of protons. So now we look. Okay. We know that it's 8. So that tells us 8 because the number of protons equals the number of electrons. So that equals 8. Hold on, no. Getting ahead of yourself. Okay. So now, number of neutrons. And remember, what is the atomic mass? So it's the number, right? Number of neutrons equals, it's 15.99 is the mass. So the number back over here, or excuse me, the atomic mass, 15.99, we round it up to 16, minus the number of protons, which is right here, 8. minus,
So the number of neutrons is 16 minus 8 is
protons.
8. Okay.
Okay.
Equals,
We already know
the neutron.
atomic mass.
Okay. And we
So,
have that.
where? Remember electron levels. Okay. And we go back to the rules. Hold on. Go back to the rules over here. Okay. This is not the number of electron levels. This is the number of, hold on, valence electrons. Okay. Remember, it's in group 1, group 2, group 3, so forth, so on. So when we look at this periodic table again, we go over here, and it's rows. What row is it in? So we look over here. See what this little number? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's in row 2. So that tells us that it has 2 levels. Now, the number of valence electrons, remember valence electrons are the electrons on the outermost level. All right. They do all of the bonding. All right. So now I have to go back and find what group number it's in, or column. It's in column 16. Okay. But remember, you look, it goes 1, 2, then 13. And remember, I told you, you have to drop the 1. So if it's in column 13, it only has 3. It's in 14, it has 4. 15, 5. 16, 6. 17, 7. 18, 8. Okay? So that was in column 16, right here. Okay? All of these, thus, have only 6 valence electrons. If it was over here in this column, how many valence electrons does this column have? Well, they would only have 3. They're in column 13. Okay? So oxygen is in 16, so it only has 6 valence electrons. Then the last thing is what family. And what all that means is what color. See how there's different colors? And the color code is right here. Okay? So oxygen is green. Okay? So it is a nonmetal. Okay? So it's a nonmetal. All this information, simply looking at the periodic table, deciphering all the information to get number of protons, number of electrons, number of neutrons, atomic mass, how many valence electrons, how many energy shields, okay? All that is simply listed for you in a nice, organized manner for all of the elements possible, okay? Especially the ones we're going to do here. All right, so that's the biggest thing what the test is going to be over, okay? The bonus, or the other component that we'll review tomorrow, is going to be taking this information and now drawing a Bohr's model of oxygen, okay? And again, going back to our notes, we know what's in the nucleus, which are the neutrons and protons, and the electrons on the outer shields, okay? We know how many energy shields it has to have for oxygen. It's 2. And we know that on that last energy shield, there's 6 electrons, okay? So we now know that you only have 2 before it. We'll show all that tomorrow, okay? Any questions over this?